evening, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's podcast. Listen, this is the season finale, so you definitely want to make sure that you are tuned in. Go ahead and like and share this podcast. It is going to be a great podcast. Our finale. Wow, can you believe that we are already at this point? So, again, tonight I'm streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So go ahead, send the link if you're on YouTube to your family and friends. Share if you're on Facebook, and also share if you're on LinkedIn. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. And guess what? We are going to share some information with you. I'm also going to continue our conversation from the previous week. So I hope that you all are ready. Now, you all know how I do. Make sure that you comment in the comment section so that I can recognize you. And we already have some comments coming in on tonight. Brianna is on. She stated, good evening. Good evening, Brianna. Thank you so much for tuning in. Red is on. Good evening, Red. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tuning in. Harold is on. My husband. Hello, Harold. Good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Brianna stated, happy season finale. Yes, Brianna. Wow. Can you believe it? We have made it from March to November. And actually, I went a little longer this season. So I'm excited for you all to be joining me on tonight. She stated, well, let me get Miss Regina. Miss Regina said, good evening. Good evening, Regina. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sherry is on. Thank you, Sherry, for tuning in. Brianna stated that we will miss you. Listen, I'm going to miss you all too, but that's okay. We're going to still continue, and just going to kind of pivot into another, I would say, segment of Lenora Lassiter, Pivot to Your Purpose. But we're still going to be sharing some good information so that you can pivot in your personal life and also in your professional life. Red stated, great season. Thank you so much, Red. And as I'm going through our conversation on tonight, just drop in the box some of your most memorable moments during this season of Pivot to Your Purpose. I've had some amazing guests that have shared this platform, and I will say one of the season shockers for me this entire season was my parents. My goodness, I was finally able to get my parents on to this podcast after what, about 3 years of doing it. They finally stated yes. See, Miss Regina stated yes, your mom and your dad. I mean, if you all did not see that podcast, I will highly encourage you to go and make sure that you just go and look at it and hear their story. I mean, they had an amazing story. So I'm sure that they will continue to share their story. Maybe I can get them back on here. We'll see for next season. Reddick stated episode winner. I definitely agree. They were definitely an episode winner. They shared some good information. I mean, just sharing their story of how they just overcame so many challenges. And as many of you, I'm sure that you have had challenges in your life as well that you have overcame, and it's all about the mindset. How will you pivot from that challenging moment in your life? What will you do to make your situation better? Okay, that is the biggest thing. What mindset will you need to adapt to make your situation better? That is important, and that's something that you all should consider and make sure that you implement so you can see things differently. Okay, so listen, let's jump into our conversation from last week. Let me get back to this last comment, and we're just going to jump into this conversation. Brianna put memorable moments, your awesome infomercials on each episode. I definitely agree. Listen, y'all, I am a person of many talents. God have gifted me with many talents, and I've created commercials, for my podcast. The voiceovers have been created by me. The actual commercials, the footage that you actually see, have been created by me, for the exception of one advertisement, which was created by one of my friends, Eric Stevenson. That is the personal commercial that you see with me in there, just advertising what I do with career women. So that is the only thing that I did not produce, but everything else, production wise, I have done it. And I want to say I'm so grateful for my sister, Sherry, have been very supportive behind the scenes, assisting me with my production as well. And also Brianna, she has been amazing too, assisting me. So I just want to say thank you ladies both. And I want to thank each and every one of my viewers, my supporters. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for sharing my podcast, for sharing my information. That is what really makes this the podcast of the year. I mean, when you share and when you send my links out, share my content, that is what makes it to be so sensational. So again, thank you all so much. Regina stated, no, you're awesome. Yes, you're awesome too, Miss Regina. You have been phenomenal in supporting me as well during this season. And again, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So last week, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about different ways that you really can pivot in your life and in your career. So we did not get to our third point, which was one of the things that you need to do in order to pivot in your life and also your career. And I know that my niche is women, but I also know that men also tune into my podcast here on Facebook, some YouTube, and also on LinkedIn. One of the things that you have to do is create a solid strategy. Okay. That is so important when you're looking to make that pivot in your personal and professional life. So if you're looking to pivot, you need to make sure that you create a solid success strategy. And one of the first things that you want to consider, we're going to talk about this, and then I'm going to share with you some things that I am pivoting to in my season of purpose. One of the first things you want to consider is market research. Now, in either your career or your business pivot, you have to research the industry you're moving into. So if you want to change careers, one of the things that you want to do, you want to research and see what exactly does that particular career require? Does that career require a degree or does that career require certification? Because a lot of times individuals, they get so caught up in a degree, which degree is perfect. I have a bachelor's degree, I have a master's degree. I do not have a doctoral degree, but I will say if you want to get a degree, go for it. I'm not discouraging education at all, but I want you also to consider certifications. There are some jobs that don't necessarily require a degree, but may require a certification. So you can research and you can see exactly what particular certification is required for that career. So that's something that you can look forward to. And that's something that you can look and see what exactly you need to do. Now, with my subject matter expertise, I know what websites to guide you to, where to lead you so that you can get that information. And some certifications, they're not as expensive as you may think they are. And there may be some assistance out there that may be able to provide you with the financial assistance so that you can obtain that certification. So again, research if you're looking to pivot in your career, what certification or what education that you may need, and of course, experience too. So, one of the things I tell individuals, even when you're looking to pivot to a different career, you need to look at your transferable skills. You may not necessarily have the exact thing that that position is requiring, but you may have obtained some skills from previous jobs that you can use as transferable skills. You just need to know how to articulate that information on your resume. And that is key, okay? Being able to convey the message that you have the experience and the transferable skills that will be an asset to that company. Now, if you're looking to do a pivot and you're trying to go into business, you need to research who else is doing what you are doing. That is going to be your competition. You want to see exactly what are the requirements that you need in order to succeed in that business. There are also certain business certifications that you can obtain as well to basically scale in your business. So market research is so important. We want to run into the situation, but it's so important that you obtain the information that you need in order to pivot into that new venture. Okay. You also want to look at what the market trends are. What are some job or business prospects and the skills or qualifications required? I just read the rest of that. That's on the banner here. But As I forestated, research, research, research to see what are the things that you need in order to level up in your personal and professional life. So we have some comments here. Let me read these comments here. Let's see. Brianna put a little lock. Okay, so I guess she's locking that information in. Okay, so yes, make sure that you jot this information down. Of course, you can watch the replay to get additional information on how you can pivot in your life, in your career. Also, you want to look at marketing and branding. As I stated, we're talking about creating a solid success strategy. So, the tip number two in creating a solid success strategy is marketing and branding. You want to create a personal brand that reflects your new career goals. So one of the biggest things for individuals who are looking to pivot in their career is leveraging the social media platform. Drum roll, please. It's not Facebook, it's not Instagram, but it is LinkedIn. If you do not have a LinkedIn account, you are missing out. You need to create a personal brand on LinkedIn. You need to ensure that your LinkedIn is structured so that you are basically advertising who you are, because you are a brand. Each and every one of us, we are our own brand. So if you're trying to level up in your career, trying to move forward in your career, this is the platform that you need to use. And as I stated, you want to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is structured properly. Why? Because one, you want to be able to attract recruiters to you if you're looking for new employment opportunities. Not only that, but if you're on the business side of things, you are basically exemplifying your personal brand on LinkedIn, and there may be a company that may have an interest in partnering with you. So, LinkedIn is the platform that you need to be on for business prospects, also for career prospects. Okay. So make sure that you are leveraging LinkedIn. And I will tell anyone, if you are looking to make that career pivot, if you're looking to build those business partnerships, even though you're on LinkedIn, you need to be very careful of your social media footprint on the other social media channels, such as TikTok, such as Instagram, such as Snapchat, and of course, Facebook, and all of the other different platforms that are out there. Twitter, even though they call it X, I'm all forever going to say Twitter. So make sure that your brand is clean across the board. And I tell individuals who are looking for employment opportunities, you need to be careful on who is tagging you in pictures, okay? Even though, for example, you may not approve that tag, but their particular picture that may not depict you in a positive light may be public for public viewing, our public record. Okay. So someone may be able to see that picture. And of course, now with all this AI, people can scan faces, So be very careful on what you are sharing and what you're putting out there on Facebook, because your personal brand matter, not on just Facebook, but all social media channels. Let me read these comments that have kind of trickled in here. And Brianna stated, I didn't know how important branding was until hearing the information you shared about it continuously. It is so important, Brianna. So make sure, of course, you keep your brand clean across all social media channels. Okay. That's important. Crystal stated, that's good information. Thank you so much, Crystal. Sherry stated, yes, my sister had created a resume for me and I got so many bites. Yes, because one of the things that I hold a certification as a certified professional resume writer. Even before being a certified professional resume writer, I was writing resumes. That's just my gift. I have a gift of writing, but it's just not just writing resumes. You have to be very, I will say, savvy on how to tailor a resume. That is important, tailoring a resume, because whenever you are applying for a job, your resume generally goes through what is called an applicant tracking system, and that is known as an ATS. And that ATS system is looking for certain keywords. If your resume does not have those keywords, oftentimes you will not get those bites. But even with a resume, another pointer I'm going to give you, since she brought this up about getting so many bites, you have to network, because some individuals, they may not have what it takes on their resume, but they have a network. Networking is so important. So those are areas that I help individuals, especially women, in on how to develop their resume, how to craft their resume, and how to interview, how to negotiate their salary. Those are things that I have experience in. Okay, not only women, but I've helped men, etc. with my career, helping military service members who are transitioning out of the military, also their spouses, on how to prepare for an interview, how to basically develop a resume, giving them tips and equipping them with the tools that they need to tailor their resume. Because one of the things that I tell people, tailoring a resume is a job. I'm going to assist you, I'm going to coach you, I'm going to show you, but I want to also teach you how to fish, because there are going to be multiple jobs that you want to apply for, and you don't want to have to make multiple payments just for someone to tailor your resume. Okay, so thank you so much, Sherry, for sharing that. That was um, a good comment there. Brianna stated, "Yeah, agree. Be mindful of the information that you share on both professional and private profiles." Absolutely, Brianna. She also stated, just as we can be detectives when it comes to the information on social media, employers are the same way. They definitely are. And sometimes recruiters have a back door in getting information too. So just be careful, because we all are detectives in trying to obtain the information that we are looking for. Regina stated, people don't realize that when you apply for a job, they go to the internet exactly to see what you're doing and what kind of person you are. That is definitely true, Miss Regina. Absolutely. That is what they do. They go to the internet because they're going to see this is the social proof. They're saying one thing on this resume, but this is the social proof. So it's so important to make sure that you keep, as I stated earlier, your brand clean. Another comment here, Brianna stated, I had the opportunity to be on the end of researching people to see whether they fit a company's brand. Wow. See, that's so important. And believe it or not, that is what recruiters do. That is what talent acquisition specialists do. And any other individuals who basically is in that HR field, that is what they do. When I was a contractor installation manager on Fort Bragg, now known as Fort Liberty, that's one of the things that I did. I wanted to see who was coming in for an interview. Now, I gave them the benefit of the doubt, but one of the things that I did, I researched and looked on social media to gather information, just to see, okay, how what type of fun they like to have. What who really is this person? I see one thing on paper, but who really is this person? So it's important, and definitely what you're doing is what employers do as well. So that's important. Sherry Dawson Williams stated, when I was in a supervisor position, I definitely checked out potential employees via their social media outlets. See, if you don't learn anything else tonight, one of the things that you need to ensure is that your personal brand is clean. Okay, make sure it's clean on social media. And social media have created, I will say, um it has allowed individuals just kind of to get too relaxed and just voicing, how they feel and this, that, and third. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's a certain level and certain way that you have to articulate certain things that you dislike and disapprove. Okay, so again, just make sure that your personal brand is clean. All right. Regina stated, people really lose out by posting. See, I didn't even see your comment, Regina, and here it is. People really lose out by posting all their business on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, etc. Absolutely, Miss Regina. So, people, it's important for you to really be careful when you are trying to pivot in your life and also in your career. Be careful of your social media platforms. I cannot basically overstate that enough. It's so important. Okay. Uh, Isaac Dawson says, looking sis fly, looking like $1 million and 92 cents. Why don't you just give me the 99 cents? But thank you so much, brother. This is my last season finale on Pivot to Your Purpose. So I had had to come out with the girl in the pearl, and brought out my little vintage pearl necklace. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that compliment. Brianna stated yes. She stated yes. April Ogden is on. Good evening, April. Thank you so much for joining. She stated good stuff. Thank you. I love the participation on tonight. Can y'all believe it is already 7:23? I tell you, we've been flying with these comments on tonight, and it's only because you all have been participating. But I am going to share this particular commercial on tonight, and we're going to come right back and continue this conversation. Hi, I'm Lenora Lassiter, career coach, keynote speaker, author, and life coach, here to show you how to land your dream job and boost your income exponentially. Over the last 10 plus years in corporate America, I've helped over 20,000 career professionals with resume writing, interview preparation, and landing their dream job. Let's be honest, a lot of us women deal with challenges from self-sabotage, lack of confidence, imposter syndrome, and even PTSD from toxic work environments. How do I know? Because I have lived and breathed it myself. And now this is your opportunity to pivot in your career and in your life. Don't wait. Connect with me today at LenoraLassiter.com. So if you are literally ready to pivot in your career, you're ready to pivot to your dream job, I am coaching, career consulting. I am here to assist you. I know what it takes, and I just have the experience. I've been gifted to service so many individuals. So I am here to service you. You're going to receive professional assistance. Not only will you receive professional assistance, but you are going to receive empowerment, meaning I am going to empower you with the tools that you actually need to succeed. So if you are really serious and you're ready to connect, let's connect. Sherry stated great information. Thank you so much, Sherry, for that. So again, we just basically talked about marketing and branding in creating a solid success strategy. Now, tip number 3 I want to share with you here, and it's amazing. I just played the commercial. Seek expert advice. It's so important that you reach out to mentors or coaches who can provide you expertise and guidance. A trusted mentor can offer insights and help refine your strategy. So make sure that you can connect with someone that is in the field that you're looking to pivot to, or a career consultant, career coach that have a vast amount of experience and working with individuals from various careers and industries, and they can assist you in that career pivot. So it's important to seek the advice of the experts. Okay. Now, number 4, with creating a solid success strategy, the 4th tip is develop an action plan. You have to really create a detailed action plan, and that plan needs to have the steps that you need to take to reach each one of your milestones. And you need to have deadlines indicated on there. So when you have a detailed plan, basically that detailed plan is going to tell you, okay, you need to do X, Y, and Z by this specific date. And if you follow the plan, you will be able to reach those milestones. That's so important. And working with someone like myself, you will be able to get that plan, and you will be able to get that accountability and those dates so that you can reach your milestones and accomplish your goals. Because what happens with a lot of people, and I've shared this before, we will put in our mind, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but we don't even have a plan on how we're going to get there, right? Back in the days, and I'm probably going to age myself, really don't care because I'm aging gracefully. Back in the days when my father and my mother took us on a trip, they pulled out a map. I'm talking about a map. Now, with that map gave them the details on what highway they needed to take, what exit. This was before TomTom, this was before GPS, all that stuff. They had a map. That map detailed exactly what highways and what exits they needed to take to get to their destination. When you work with someone like myself, I am going to provide you with that roadmap, that individual transition plan, that ITP, that you will need to follow in order to get to your destination. And the thing about the map that my dad and my mom used is that it was so specific. It told them exactly where they needed to get off on what particular exit. I said exits, but specifically it told them what exit. So when you work with a mentor, when you work with a coach, that individual is going to give you the details. They're going to work with you to provide these strategies so that you can implement them to actually see what change you're looking for to take place in your life. So having a detailed action plan is so important for you to have. All right. Sherry Dawson stated a roadmap. Yes, that's exactly what they had, a roadmap. Harold stated this is good information. Thank you so much, Harold, for that. And if you follow the action plan, you will start seeing results. If you don't follow the action plan, I am here to let you know you're not going to see results. So it's important for you to follow the plan. All right. So let's go to the final step of creating a solid success strategy. The final step is financial planning. It's so important that you look at your finances, okay? You want to basically create a budget that will allow you to invest in yourself on the career side. Now, I will say this, some companies do provide professional development. If you're not aware of that, then you need to speak to someone in HR and ask them, do you all have a budget that will allow me to obtain a certification that will contribute to my career growth and servicing our customers or servicing our clients? That is a way that you can obtain the additional certification or education you need to level up in your career. Now, if your company does not provide any type of professional development, then you need to look at your personal finances and you need to allocate whatever the amount of money it is for you to obtain that certification, for you to obtain whatever it may be educational wise, so that you can level up in your career. You have to invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, how do you expect someone else to invest in you? So it's important for you to get really serious on investing in yourself. That's important. And when you invest in yourself, you need to realize that you're going to get a return on your investment. You're going to get an ROI on your investment. We had a comment that came in here. Brianna stated this was a gem. Yes, Brianna, I'm telling you, there are companies out there that will definitely invest in you. Your current company, check with them to see if they have any, like I stated, money for professional development. It's important. Okay. Sherry Dawson Williams stated, I love that. Invest in yourself. Yes. If you don't invest in yourself, who else will? So you are a priority. And when you look at yourself as a priority and you take yourself serious, then what happens? You're going to illuminate that, and other people will start saying, okay, this person really invested in themselves. They look at themselves as a priority. Then guess what? We want to pay close attention to them because they really value themselves. They value the type of skills that they're going to contribute to our organization. They value who they are as a person. So it's important that you really look and see how you can invest in yourself. Sherry stated people find money for things that fit them. Absolutely, they do. And people will spend money, I'm guilty, on food. We will spend money on clothes, on other things. So it's important when it comes to trying to pivot in our life, in our career, we have to take time to invest the money that we need in order to succeed in our career and also in our life. Brianna also said, yes, my job was willing to invest in me as I invested in myself. I talked with them about things I needed to further my career. I love that, Brianna. That's important. She also stated that some of those investments are great tax write offs too. Absolutely. So if you have a business and you are paying for continuing education courses or any type of courses, anything that pertains to your business, you definitely can utilize it as a tax write off. So it's important to take that into consideration as well. So there's nothing wrong with starting a small business. Okay. So you can do that. You can invest in yourself and you can do both. If you want to work a 9 to 5 and have a business, you can do both. Okay. You can do it. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do it. So, again, financial planning is so important. Now, I want to talk to you all about what I have coming up. I am, as many of you know, this is my season finale, but I'll be back next year. Pivot to Your Purpose is not going anywhere, okay? We are not going anywhere. But one of the things I want to share with you all on tonight is this information, okay? I want to share this. This is Women of Faith in Corporate America. This is part of Lenora Lassiter, Pivot to Your Purpose. This is going to be on LinkedIn, an audio event. And if part of this launch, be part of this initiative, make sure that you connect with me on LinkedIn. As a woman of faith, and of course, I'm not out here to convert people or anything like that in the workplace, but I think it's important for individuals who are of the Christian faith to have a safe place and realize that we are in corporate America and we can be very productive, we can be fruitful, and we can contribute greatly to our organizations. So there are other groups that are out here, and I wanted to create something for women of faith. So this is the banner that you're going to see. I designed this banner again. I'm so blessed for the gifts that I have been gifted with by God. So this is Women of Faith in Corporate America. So connect with me there on LinkedIn. You'll still hear my voice on that platform. You'll hear my voice here on this platform as well, but connect with me on LinkedIn. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. All right. Sherry stated, love this. Thank you, Sherry. Brianna stated, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. And lately, if you have been following me as well, I really want to hone on those women who are in corporate America. It's so important that we remember who we are and we remember our gifts and we remember our talents. And lately, I've just been addressing on my reels, dear corporate woman, because I want women in corporate America to really know that they they have the it. Okay, they are the it factor. And sometimes we feel like our voice don't matter. Sometimes we really don't know our worth. But I want you to change the narrative, and I want you to really shine and succeed in corporate America. So I have introduced something new, and you all can find it on my website, but I'm going to show this here. It is Dear Corporate Woman. This is just one of the mugs that I have, and I'll be creating some more merch. This is a mug that I designed. It said, Dear Corporate Woman, know your worth. And then under that, it said, don't sell yourself short. Okay. So that is a product that I have. And as a woman in corporate America, if you would like to have that mug and sip your coffee and sip your tea, sip your water while you're in your meetings or just sitting in your office, listen, those mugs will just be inspirational messages, not only to yourself, but to others. I'm going to put that back on the screen so you all can see it again. Dear corporate woman, know your worth. Don't sell yourself short. Okay. All right. And I have some other ones as well that are featured on my site and that will be added to my site. So please go out and support and grab you one of those mugs. Jay is on. Hey, Jay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Brianna is on. She said, love this. We'll be purchasing. Thank you so much, Brianna, for that. Sherry stated, I'll be ordering one of those. Thank you. Even though you said I will be ordering me one, I just kind of rephrased your statement there. Thank you so much, Sherry. Brianna said it. Those will make great stocking stuffers. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you are in corporate America and you're in the C-suite or you're in management and you have women ERG groups, these will be great gifts to share with women in your organization to just let them know that they are valued. So make sure you visit my website and you can grab that information there and grab those products from that site. So ladies and gentlemen, can y'all believe we are already at the end? It has been a great evening chatting with you all. And I just want to say thank you again to all of my guests that have been on this season. I don't want to start calling names because I'll start forgetting people, but I've had some amazing individuals that I've interviewed from. I've interviewed Miss Denise Wiggins. I interviewed Attorney Mariah. I've interviewed Brianna. I've interviewed Elena Pigney. I interviewed the Franks. I've interviewed Kim Person. My mom and my dad, of course, cannot forget them. I've interviewed April Ogden. So I've had some great guests here on Lenora Lassiter Pivot to Your Purpose. So during this season that we are approaching Thanksgiving and Christmas, if you celebrate those holidays, I just want you to keep those individuals who are not necessarily close connected with family members or they don't have family. I want you to keep them in your thoughts and your prayers that they will be able to go through this season and that they will be encouraged and not, depressed, because a lot of people they pivot from a mindset of cheerfulness to a mindset of depression around the holiday season. So I just want you all to please keep them in your thoughts, in your prayers, and say something positive to them. And if you can't say anything positive to them, just smile and tell them that they are loved. Okay. That is one thing that you definitely can say to those individuals. Let them know that they are loved. Brianna stated, our favorite pivot coach. Thank you so much, Brianna, for that. David Baker stated, amen. Thank you, Baker. Thank you, Mr. Baker, for that. And Sherry, I know what you said. So thank you so much. I know you're going to be ordering one, sis. I know you'll be ordering one. So y'all, it has been a pleasure. Continue to follow me. I'm going to be still sharing on Facebook. My podcast will just be the end tonight. So this is the season finale tonight. But as I stated earlier, join me on LinkedIn. Follow me on LinkedIn, okay? Here's the banner again. All right, that's my long banner there. Follow me on LinkedIn. And again, I'll be starting the Women of Faith of America audio series. So y'all, thank y'all again. I love each and every one of you. And I want to play this commercial because guess what? I'm also a certified anger management specialist. So if you are in need of managing your anger, I can assist you in that area as well. Or if your organization needs a certified anger management specialist to come in to talk about anger, guess what? I'm here because if you can control your anger, you can control your life. In a world full of stress and challenges, finding your inner peace is essential. Introducing our anger management training, your pathway to unlocking that calmness within. Our engaging and transformative course services individuals from all walks of life to equip you with the tools you need to manage anger effectively. See the transformation for yourself. We are here to guide you every step of the way. Don't let anger control you. Take charge of your emotions and rediscover your calmness. Join our community and find the peace you deserve and master your anger. Ready to transform your life? Contact us today to start your journey toward a calmer and happier you.
Anger management training, your path to peace.
Your path to peace, and I'm here to help you to your path to peace. So, y'all, again, you may not necessarily need to utilize my services, but there may be someone else that can take advantage so that they can pivot to their purpose. Again, you all, thank you so much for a wonderful season. It was a pleasure interacting with each and every one of you. I will say this: I love you. I really do. You all have a great night.